guys, I'm Moo.
And I am Fuji.
And we just watched Aristocats.
Aristocats.
Because you want to be a cat?
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Because the cat's name is cat.
Who knows where it's at?
Yeah! Yeah. Trumpets, racism, it's all good.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Racism.
No.
Like 3 lines worth of racism.
Three lines of racism. Straight movies based on that. Yeah, no, this is easily the least, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Out of the ones we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that we're starting to move past this now. It's now the 70s.
Yep. This is 70, yeah, in 1970 when this came out. This is the last film that Walt Disney greenlit, and I like the Aristocats.
I like it.
Yeah, it's cute.
There's upon watching it now, and I've seen this movie a ton of times, but definitely upon watching it now, there's a lot of stuff that I think goes over children's heads when they watch this one.
Oh my god, yeah.
And that does make it very enjoyable to watch.
Oh my god.
As an adult.
Yeah, like there's one part, the part where Duchess is singing in the harp during the Everyone Wants to Be a Cat song, her little solo. She says, if you want to turn me on? Like, she says that in the movie, and I had no idea.
Moo didn't know that.
No, I didn't. I mean, okay, so my little sister really liked this movie, and so we had it on a lot in my house, and plus the VHS tapes, sing-alongs had, the song Everyone Wants to Be a Cat, like that song on there all the time, and so I listened to this a lot, but I guess I just didn't pick up on it when I was a kid, and the sing-alongs probably cut it out.
I don't think that part was in the sing-alongs. No,
probably for 2 reasons. One, that line, and 2,
it's a little slow.
It stops the pace really quick. Speaking of pace. Wow, I think this movie had production troubles. What do you think?
There's a scene, right after, when the cats are, like, first, getting back to the basket after they're in the rain and they're waking up. You can see the edge of the background painting cut off in the corner, and I laughed really hard.
It's like for a brief second, but you definitely can see it.
I was like, was that the edge of the background? Yes.
There are a few areas where they didn't exactly cut and paste correctly, where you could see like the white outlines of the sketches they had. And yeah, this movie's very sketchy on its own, but like this is not supposed to be here. Also, I was pointing this out when we were watching the movie, but
the ending?
No, well, okay, the ending, but like I was thinking of the scene where after they jump out of the milk truck to get away from the guy throwing shit at them.
Yes.
So like Duchess and the kittens are running forward, and they're ahead of Thomas by a good margin, and
then it cuts to Thomas running and picking up Marie.
Yeah, which is the same. They reused the same thing from except they flipped it from earlier, and then suddenly this next scene, Marie's back with her mom, and there's no like
continuity.
There's no continuity with like we didn't see Marie fall, we didn't see her get put back with her mother. We just saw it's like they shoved it in there at the last minute. It really does feel like it did to make the scene a tiny bit longer. Like, that was really odd.
There are quite a few continuity errors in this one, which comes from reusing a lot of the animation.
Yep, this is when, Walt Disney's dead. Our stocks are they were probably having trouble with their stocks because the face of their company was gone. So they're like, fuck, we don't have money for this.
Which leads to the ending, which we compared a bit to the last couple of episodes of Evangelion.
Yep.
Which is just blatantly reused animation.
They were just like, oh fuck, we need to end the movie, but we ran out of money. Just reuse animation, just reuse all the clips.
Big musical number.
Yep.
You know, I feel like this maybe is the beginning of that trope of like, how do we end this movie? Let's do a big musical number.
You know what? This might have been like the start of them doing that, but in this case, it was budget reasons. In the other cases, it was on fucking purpose. Shrek really popularized it, honestly. Thanks. Shrek did a lot of things. Oh, Lord. We're talking about Shrek or DreamWorks right now.
To be fair, Shrek did a lot of things because Disney does a lot of things. So we are kind of coming full circle here.
We'll talk about Katzenberg when we get to him.
Yeah.
He was in the Disney company for a good amount of time. Not yet. Actually, okay, I looked up who was running the Disney company after Roy. When Roy passed away, Walt Disney's son-in-law, Ron
Miller.
Yeah, Ron Miller was running the Disney company for a while. He was probably just before Eisner.
And then what year did Eisner come on?
He came on, what movie was it? It was, I'm gonna look at, okay, Black Cauldron.
85.
So like 80, he came in the 80s. So like around then. And, yeah, that's when we really start seeing a lot of different changes, but it's pretty obvious from this movie that it was It was probably in production when Walt was dead. Like when Walt died. I mean, I don't think he worked on it at all, but I think he was like in production. Also, this movie is based off a book. I'm pretty sure it is. Aristocats.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it is. I might be completely wrong, but
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it might. It's probably like Bambi. Or it's like here's some cats.
And some cats doing some cat stuff.
Meow.
Which we were talking about the pacing. It's hard because you can't get rid of the scenes with the dogs and Edgar because it's important for the plot. God. But it just destroys the pacing of this movie. Oh my god,
it does. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't like the scenes with the dogs and Edgar's slapstick because I thought it was boring and it took too long, and I didn't care about the dogs. I wanted to go back to the cats.
It's like I want to watch Phil Harris and Eva Gabor.
Yeah, right, exactly. They had excellent chemistry. They're really good in this movie.
Very good.
Really good in this movie.
Animated cat chemistry.
I know, right? I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Like, they really put a lot of effort into the adult cat's body language. They know how to draw cats. They really do.
Yeah.
I have a cat, as you guys probably know, if you heard him meowing in anything I record. So they did a good job showing cat body language and how cats move and how cats unless they're trying to use their hands like human hands, then their hands suddenly
it bothers
get thumbs.
her.
It really does.
It bothers her
a lot.
Like it's like if you're gonna anthropomorphize your characters, you either do it or you just don't.
I hate it when they do it halfway. It's one of the reasons why I don't like Equestria Girls, because they do that. They're not quite human, like look like us, but they're not quite horse either. Does that make sense?
I'm not gonna let you rant about Equestria Girls right now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
That's all I'm gonna say. I just wanted to use that as an example. I'm not gonna go on a rant for Equestria Girls.
That's another video.
That's something completely different. Yeah, if I'm gonna rant about Equestria Girls, it's gonna have its own thing because
she can for a long time.
Anyway, let's continue. Point being is, it bothers me when you don't completely commit, I guess, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's
because we just saw Jungle Book, in which
they did the similar things to Jungle Book, but
there were only like a few instances, and like
it was
the animals,
more realistic than
because the animals that they were anthropomorphizing were like Baloo and like the monkeys and the orangutan, and like they have human-ish features already.
Yeah, the only thing was kind of distracting was Baloo because they sometimes give him thumbs, but the bear claws can be like easily like.
I mean, it's more believable than cat paws.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can't remember now if they did with Bagheera at all, but like it's just
no,
a lot.
Actually, now that I think about it, they did something with his shoulders or when he lifts up Mowgli, but not very much with Bagheera, because Bagheera spent most of the movie on his four legs, and Baloo can stand on his hind legs because he can be bipedal. So
I mean, maybe there was just more, opportunity for it to work in naturally in Jungle Book than it did in this movie.
Yeah, and the cats, no, you really can't do that with cats.
And I think also because, we see cats way more often than we see, like, bears and stuff.
True. So we know what cat paws look like. I know, I touched my cat's paws. He doesn't like it because I cut his fingernails.
Jelly bean toes.
They're so cute. Oh my goodness.
I wish I could have a cat.
Actually, you know what? I just realized the cats in this movie do not have the jelly bean toes.
True.
They don't have the paws.
Yeah.
That's weird. Could they not? I don't know. I'm gonna assume they just ran out of time and money. This movie's budget was $4 million, but it did make its money back. It just, I guess, I think it was the chaos of Walt being dead and everything that followed, and as a result, I think they just ran out of time and money to put it together. Because the Walt Disney Company had their hands in many jars. There's a phrase I'm trying to get here.
Pies? Having your fingers in too many pies?
Oh yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna say hands in jars. I'm gonna say too many hands in too many cookie jars. I'm coming up with my own. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking at you.
Exactly. Fuji's ashamed. She's ashamed of me.
Who's the English major?
Me. I have a degree. It is framed. And it says I can make up whatever I want, so I can make up whatever I want. Do you have an English degree? No, you don't. That's what I thought. Therefore, I can make up any words I like, or phrases in this case. Oh, you should probably talk about what your mom said about the Siamese cat in this movie.
Oh, yeah, if you listen to the Siamese cat, he's got a Japanese accent, and it makes my mom mad because she was watching this movie. First of all, my mom watching this movie is great because I think my mom just didn't have a filter when we were watching this, and so first of all, she was like, that cat is a Chinese cat, but he's got a Japanese accent. They did it wrong. That's the wrong accent.
That's what bothered her out of everything about that.
And then, okay. For the record, my parents are of the generation where my dad still says Oriental, so
yep.
Okay, there's
yeah,
that.
I remember you told me.
And then also with the geese, you should tell your story first, and then I'll tell my story.
Oh yeah, so the geese scene with Uncle Waldo, which as we all know, Uncle Waldo was incredibly drunk, and I remember one time it was me and my siblings, we were sitting in the family room watching the movie, and it gets to the part, and there's the part where Uncle Waldo reads the white wine, and my older sister gasps really loudly, he's like, oh, I know what wine is, oh my gosh, and we're like, what? What is it? And she's like, I'm not telling you. She didn't want to tell us that Uncle Waldo was drunk.
And then meanwhile, I'm watching it with my sister and my mom, and my mom's like, he is drunk.
Which is funny, because you think that's something my mom would do, but my mom just didn't say anything because she realized, like, oh, we're kids, we're not going to think about that. But my older sister, oh, it's wine, I know what that is.
Alright, so...
Ooh, okay, so I like Aristocats.
I like it too.
Yeah, go ahead and watch it if you like cats, I guess.
Music still holds up.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That trumpet, though. Gotta love the trumpets.
The trumpets.
I love the trumpets. Great. We need more trumpets.
We do need more trumpets.
We really do need trumpets. But speaking of trumpets, there are trumpets in Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Which we're gonna watch, which is also known as Proto-Zootopia.
Let's watch Zootopia.
I mean Robin Hood. I mean Zootopia. I mean Zoo Robin Hood.
Furries.
Furries. We're watching a furry movie.
We're gonna watch a furry movie.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll go and do that then.